introduce our speakers on the panel session. So first off, we have Miss Joanne Akadi, who is a lecturer at She also studied at Bingham University. Our second panelist is Chidi Ugochukwu, who studied Library and Information Science at Michael Okpara University of Agriculture and graduated in 2023. Please clap, 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 clap. Our third panelist is Jedida Timothy. She studied architecture in Nile University and graduated in 2024. Our fourth panelist is Elhanan Cognet, who is currently studying cybersecurity at Bingham University. Our last panelist is Victor Ayuba, who studied automotive engineering at the Air Force Institute of Technology and graduated this year.
Sorry for the interruption. If you have undergone a baptism class and you are scheduled for baptism this Wednesday, let me just see your hand. You've gone through the baptism class, and this Wednesday you. Okay, so just meet me down there for a brief announcement. Thank you.
All right. Good morning to our beautiful panelists.
Morning.
Okay, so I have questions, many questions, and I would like everyone to answer this first question. So I would start with you, Victor. So the question is, what was your perception of campus life before you gained admission, and how accurate did that perception turn out to be?
Hey, God, I beg Jesus. In all honesty, you know, they always told us that in secondary school, they told us a lot, our secondary school teachers. But I thought it was scam, and it was actually scam, most of them. But then I thought that by 200 level, I'll be driving a car. I was ambitious. In my head, I was like, why are these people not making money? Like, you guys have free time, you are free. And I was shocked. So yeah, and I thought it was going to be easy because you know you have always been locked up at home. Then the freedom suddenly came upon you. You're like, they're letting me into the world, that kind of thing. So yeah, one more.
Got to camp. Just like I said, it was not what I planned for myself. I planned like flex, chill. I don't really send anybody, like everybody chill. I don't really send anybody, like everybody's on their own, this on their own. But then I got there and it's not, since I'm in Bingham University, right? But then I got there and it's not, since I'm in Bingham University, right? It's like,
I also didn't. I was very unserious. And it's not okay. I would say unserious. It's just that because I was a Christian by then, I was a proper Christian, and I was all like, okay, God, Christian, and I was all like, okay, God, whatever plan you have, which life, especially for the fact that I actually do not know what is ahead, and everybody's experience is different. So even if I ask you for your experience, I do not expect that it should be the same thing for me, but I just understand that I have not gone through this thing. I'm not going to pressure myself that this is how it must go, right? So I did not stay on campus. I think unlike the people I'm surrounded by, a great cloud of witnesses, I didn't stay on campus. I was going from my house because it's practically my backyard. my school is I did climb bike 200 and I've reached. So yes, I used to climb bike, guys. So getting there, because I didn't have expectations, I just like began to experience things as I was going. And of course, I could not live the life that people that are on campus were living. I have a time to go back home. I need to go back home and things like that. So I was living off of that. And again, because I studied, doesn't even allow for you to even do anything. Yeah. My God, I was just like, I did not make up to like 20 new friends in my 4 years there. And the friends I have are people that I knew before I went there, and I did not even I would say I made friends, but the other acquaintances I met were their friends. So it's like, oh, because I was seeing them, I saw those other people. Every other friend I have is in architecture, my department, my level. That was it, because I'm going from home, I'm going to class, I'm thinking of how to finish the next design project and still go back home and still attend to the things I have to do at home and still do the work I have to do before I come the next. I just lived, it was a very basic life, honestly, for me. It was school, work, school, home, school, home, school, home. That's it. And sometimes you eat.
Okay, thank you. I think I share that same experience with you based on, I go to Nile and it's the same, go to school, go home, go to school, go home. Yeah. So, Chidi, please, let's hear from you.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning. So my expectations before I entered and when I entered. So I didn't, let me see. Because I had been in the school environment before I actually got admission, so I wasn't expecting much to change. But I think my 100 level, I was barely in class. I didn't know what our timetable was like. So, because my sister was already in the school, so I stayed with my sister and her lodge people. I had classmates that I didn't know they were my classmates because they don't go to class too. The lecturer in charge was coming, then he said I should just come. So we got there. Where is your farm? Library. Then my first exam in that 100 level, we got to chemistry exam. I remember it rained that day. It didn't only rain outside, it rained inside the exam hall too. Because there was a lot of tears. The only problem was when people that go to class, when they go to class and come back, they just come and smoke first. And then sleep to prepare for ball in the evening. I feel like and then sleep to prepare for ball in the evening. I feel like what that ball in school did to me. At one point I decided that no, let me just leave this ball thing. What that ball in school did to me. At one point I decided that no, let me just leave this ball thing. Because if you follow them, if you play ball in the morning, that okay, maybe after the morning ball you rush and go to class, it's a lie. You come back and rest, then go in the evening. So it was really different from what I expected, like, because I was already there. I wrote jam close to my school, so I was already there. I thought that, life would just continue. Life did not just continue like that, man. And then, when I entered school, that was when I really knew that, this hostel life, off-campus life is not the way forward, because by the time you finish paying rent and buying food stuff, that's it. That's it for the whole month. And as at that time, because I got admission in 2015, and us maybe 10K a month. So imagine using 10K to guide for 1 month. And okay, yes, point of I did not graduate in 2023. I graduated in 2019. But my school let me go in 2023. So I spent extra 4 years doing clearance. You see this whole thing of you finish exam, they'll go and do your clearance thing for you. They'll take your result to go and vet and everything. In our school, you will follow the process. You'll be taking your results to admin for them to vet your results. You wait for them. When they bring that for you, so you take it to the next office. So don't worry, as we go into it, you'll hear more.
Okay, Chidi, thank you very much. So, Ms. Joanne, please, would like to hear from you.
Hi, good morning, everyone.
Morning, ma'am.
So, my first perception as a lecturer, I would say most students that come in have the perception of freedom. Like they are leaving home, they are so locked in, they feel like they're in a cage and they're in school. Finally, freedom has come. Who doesn't like freedom? So they come in with the essence of, oh, I am finally free. I get to do what I want. Nobody is pursuing me to class. No parents to do this. And that freedom comes with what? It comes with its own perks. So you are free, but you are not free in a way. Why? Because you don't have anyone telling you to go to class. You don't have anybody telling you to portion your money. Is the fact that they have so much passion for it. When you see them go out to play ball, the passion they put into it, if they can put it into their studies, it will go a long way to help them. But what they channel everything into what?
And your academic.
So, spiritual, like I said, I was an active Christian before I entered into university. So that in this for me to succeed. So if I'm not doing that, there's something I'm not doing right. So that was the perception I went in with to university. So I didn't even have any time where I was saying, oh, I'm not sure, I think I'll carry over this course. No. I was doing everything. I was part of the Oversabi people. I was doing everything. And funnily enough, when I started Nile University was when I also joined Young Hearts Choir, because that camp, I had wanted to join for a while, but I needed God to actually I don't know how to explain it. I needed God to confirm, yes, that I should join. So it was after the camp that year that I said that I received the confirmation to go. So I joined them, and then I also started school. So, and it helped. I think it was just a very, what will I say? It was God's plan for me, for the choir, and for everything, because it helped me to be consistent in church, because I could not attend fellowship in Nile. They have a Christian fellowship, they have a Christian body and all of that. They meet some days in the week, but most Islamic school or anything like that, spirits controlling that place is by them. That's just the truth. So you have to, it depends on where you're going to. In fact, for wherever you are going to, you just have to go with that mindset that you need to stand ground. Like you are going there to occupy. You are going there to let them know that. I went with the mindset that these people, they need to know that I am the one serving the true God between the two of us, right? And so there were times that they set trap for me. Like I'm not even towards the end of my final year, things like that. There was a time I had to go to disciplinary committee Abiwards to testify for something, all because of their tra and everything. The stories are plenty, but you just have to go with the mindset that it is possible, it is permissible by God, and you have to agree that you want it as well.
The friends you decide to associate with, it's very, very important. Yeah. So as for me, I wouldn't say I had the perfect university life. We'll say Jejida had, but I started off very, very rocky, and then because of what I had, was not even going for. I had so many bad influences, even not because of the stern warning that my Kaduna parents had given me. I would have gone farther than where I am now. Sorry, that when I came from, where I returned from. Sorry. Yes. So I would say please be careful the people you associate with here. You might think that going to university is about being free, is about trying everything that your parents say you should not try. They say you should not try it for a reason, no? And please don't experience it before you know that this is actually wrong. Yeah, I think I was having a conversation with somebody here, and he was like, I was like, it's not only experience that is the best teacher. You can learn from other people's experience. You don't have to experience it to learn. You reading a book is learning from someone's experience. You hearing someone's story is learning from someone's experience. So please, I beg, learn from my experience. don't follow bad friends. It will affect you mentally, spiritually, social, academically, physically too. It's a lot, but I think that is one thing that I learned the hard way. People you associate it. And again, they say, show me your friends and I will tell you who you are. God, I beg. No be lie. No be lie. I think the day I decided to change was when they wanted to insult somebody in class. And they calm down, man. It's the trolling gang. They wanted to insult somebody and they came to meet me and they were telling me about it. And we laugh because Victor has you know how to troll people now. Sorry, not sharp mouse now, stop now. But then a question happened in class, and then a lecture happened in class, and then they wanted to ask my friend the question, and he was sitting beside me, and they asked him the question. He said he does not know, but me, I knew the answer. I didn't want to talk. This guy left, and I was like, wait, though. Now the only thing one has me for this class is to show people, and he really got to me, and I was like, how would they know me for someone who just for trolling? And then when it comes to something that is actually important, like academics or spiritual life or how people face things, I cannot give anybody advice because this is not who they know me to be. Yeah. So the people you keep around you, they really affect you. And just know the friends you keep. And please, I beg, if you enter 100 level, enter fellowship. I beg. See, this Sunday to Sunday going to church, it's not. It will not keep you. It cannot sustain you. Yeah, you have to have a fellowship, a group of people who you can be free with, who you can be yourself with. Yeah. See, the thing is, the people that I had been friends with, I was never truly myself because I don't know how to explain it. But there's this comfortability when we're talking about scripture, when you know what you're talking.
That's where in your life, because I think that I enjoy my church friends, speaking to them way more than my friends in uni. Toby, I can see you smiling. Enjoy fellowshipping with them way more than, friends in school. So my next question is for Ms. Joanne. From your experience as a lecturer, how do you pursue excellence in your career while making sure you don't compromise your values and principles?
As a lecturer?
Yes, as a lecturer.
The perception people have about lecturers is that they are, forbidden to have good conversations with lecturers, right? When you see your lecturer coming this way, you go which way, you turn another way. But I think on my own, as a lecturer, I've tried my best to at least instill some form of friendliness or extended a hand of friendliness to students within my reach. And why is that? I noticed that there's so many types of students. The ones that are kind, the ones that are struggling, the ones that are depressed, the ones that don't have their shit together. They literally are on the brink of what? Very literally has his eyes wide open throughout the night, and he comes to class the next day. And imagine coming to class and your lecturer saying, please leave this place. You came late. Get out of here. He came to my office saying, Ms. J, see, this is what it is. This is what it is. And if he cannot open up like that to tell you what he's going through, you would think he's a lazy person, right? He has, I think, a heart disease or something. I don't know what it is, but for him not to sleep shows you that he's not comfortable in that environment, right? But he's just trying his best. he's literally just trying his best. So as a lecturer, I try to have good relationship with students. Why? So that it eases the burden. Students carry a whole lot of stress on their back. They want to pass, they want to have good grades, they are struggling with a carryover, they want to do better. There's so much going on. So the least I can do is what? Give my hand of fellowship to them, encourage them as much as I can, and try to be there. Okay? In terms of excellence, I encourage us. You cannot be in my class and I will not tell you something about making your grades becoming better. Why? Because in the end, once they give you a certificate, they say you've been found worthy in what? Character and in learning. So as much as you want to excel academically, your character has to also what? It has to show forth that you've learned something throughout 4 years or 5 years of being in the university. So excellence comes with what? Not just being academically sound, but also what? Having a beautiful character as well. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. So, Chidi, I have a question for you. So, what boundaries do you think students should establish for themselves before entering campus?
Another empty friends I had till I finished. Another empty friends I had till I finished. Why? The people I had in my 100 level were people that don't go to class too. There's nobody that was pushing me to come to class too. Then in 200 level, I think that was when I had my first carryover. That was when reality hit me. Because we do this major course and then your minor courses that are borrowed from other units, other departments in my school. So for our minor courses, we have to go when they are having the lectures, and most times we don't know when they're having the lectures. So in my 200 level, about 98% of us failed CPP 211, Anatomy and Physiology of Farm Animals. So after that 200 level, I was like, nah. Then in 300 level, where this exam scored, there was Uju. She was the crammer. That one, anything she reads during the exam, don't talk to her, just let her write. She just pour everything. Then there is David. We don't sit with David like that because it's a risk. Because David might carry the full handout in his own words, in small paper. So now it's a risk. Because at that point, when we were writing the exam one time, the woman said, I saw your paper. He said, there is no paper. Why? The paper was gone. He had chewed it and swallowed it. So nobody wants to take that risk. And then there was Steve. Steve just reads. Whatever he reads, he writes. Then you add whatever you give him to his own. Then there is me. Just give me tell me what we're meant to do. Like, give me the idea. If it's notes, don't worry about your paper will be full. I just need the idea. So this is the people I started rolling with. And then I noticed that Steve was serious with school. Ken was serious with school. Unlike the person that was meant to be my roommate. He eventually joined court. I was like, if I had not left that place I was staying, that were playing ball in the morning and evening, didn't understand. It was straight toxic way. When we see each other, we just start insulting each other for no reason. Like, we might insult ourselves and then we go. The next time we just see ourselves, it just continues from where we stopped the previous time. I think when we became friends, or when we went for our lecturer's burial, there was this lecturer, man. He died, and then even people that had graduated came to confirm that he was dead because he had been holding some of them for like 2-3 years. So, you can imagine students going for a burial. We had about 3 coaster buses, and then we had other small buses to go for someone's burial, someone that they didn't like. I think it was over the course of that trip that me and Ken finally bonded, and then I realized, this is the kind of person I want to make my friend. Till date, we are friends. He even moved to Abuja. after this thing. Because see, these same friends I'm talking to be like sharp things. We have been seeing. I think after the final exam, wow, you go to your exam officer's office, they say, don't worry, they're working on it. We compiled our result ourselves. We're the one entering it into the system. You come and sit down and do your results. Then he'll say there is no light, bring money for fuel. There's no light, bring money for fuel like this. Everybody you contribute will buy fuel. If at the end of that day they didn't print your work, you come back the next day and pay for fuel again. At one point, I decided to stay with my uncle. I was like, this clearance thing is like, at least three months I should be done. 3 months I wasn't done. And staying in my uncle's house was not what I wanted. So we had to pay rent again to stay in school for clearance. But in that period, my experience with my friends were, because most of them stayed close to school, so they didn't have to really stay in school. But they paid for the hostel, so when they're in school, they just stay and then we go. So we decided that we're not just going to sit around and be waiting around for clearance and everything. It me sharpen myself. Those 4 years I was waiting for clearance, back and forth. These were the friends I had till date. They are still my friends. Because the other one, most of them after school, they are gone. But these two guys they've always been there for us. We've always been there for each other because we all went through the same stress. I think Ken was the first to complete his clearance because he was our course rep's roommate, so that was moving things for him too. And then the rest of us were just there. And then these guys have been encouraging in our lives. So, man, you really need to pick your friends and don't let your friends pick you. It's very important you pick your friends yourself. Because if someone wants to pick me as a friend, it will be because I like to play ball, and then that's the only thing we'll do in school. But when you pick your friends for people that add value to your life, because of them I still went to church in school. Then they were both Catholic. Go the other months because to church and they go to their mass really early. They go before the previous one is over, so I will sit outside. So when they start, they will enter. Wow. They took it very serious. So, and from secondary school, I already know how to pray rosary, so it was not really a big transition for me. So these guys helped me to take the things of we're doing Bitcoin. Because where is the money to continue those things? You are losing $2,000. You're like, it happen. It happen where? It's not me. It cannot happen to me. I was like, so I'm going to say it again. Pick your friends. Don't let your friends pick you. Pick people that add value to your life, not just for the sake of the cruise of friends. The friends I have now after school, they are not people I hang out with like that. I'm mostly here. And even the person that brought me to this church, he doesn't come to church like that again. If he wants to know what's happening in church, he asks me. And he's the one that brought me to this church. Now, I don't hang out with them because when I used to hang out with them, the things we used to do, those are not the things I want to do. Most of the things I do and I stopped doing, it wasn't because someone came and preached to me. It was a decision I made on my own. That
be a good friend. Thank you.
All right,
be a good friend. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much for that. El Hanan, I have a question for you. So how do you think social media has changed campus life both positively and negatively?
Again, I'm a Bingham student. Social media is not really a thing, like it is, right? But then when I went into Bingham, the rules on phone ban stood like very well. Maybe not as well as when Kuje finished, but maybe not as well as when Kuje finished, but yeah. So because of that, and because I didn't go into Bingham because I wanted to go to Bingham, I literally just went because God said, Elhanan, go and develop your spiritual life and basically do what I ask you to do, right? So I went like, oh, okay, I'm basically obeying every rule, doing everything, and Bingham was all to operate and all. But as time went on, they like, let's lose on the ban. They've not taken it off though. But yeah, as a result, we're able to communicate better and all. Though there were a lot of distractions because sometimes there's scandals and oh, this person has done this person has done this, you want to be updated. But then something don't leak, exactly just like Victor said. Something don't leak. And I realized that because this something is leaking, like you can't really get your head into school, like you can't really focus on academics, right? Your mind is on, oh, this party is coming, that party is coming. Not my mind though, like the people around me, right? Yeah, this one is coming, that one is coming, and you want to be involved in a lot of things. So I felt like, and for me, since I'm not really one that likes going with everybody, I do my own thing solo. In fact, till date, I don't. If you see me walking in school, I'm mostly moving alone. Not because I don't relate to a lot of people, but because certain times the people I talk with, our principles don't align. We're basically acquaintances. I don't have much friends like that, right? So I set my boundaries. They know that, okay, if I'm doing this one, I'm doing it alone. If they're doing this, I'm not getting involved. Do you get? But then we can relate on every other basis, right? So I'm moving alone. I'm doing my thing solo, and I'm not so involved in social media. I deleted TikTok like when I was entering 100 level, and I never go back on that. I deleted IG before I entered in 100 level, and I go back on that like nice because in for me. For me, it reached the point that exam came and people are like, "Oh, you don't read." I never read. Oh, what you go do? Jokes, but no. Any IB, and then I get into the exam hall, and most of our examinations were CBT. So I just get into the exam hall, and then I face my screen, and then I'm probably singing a worship song, and then the first letter of that song is like what I'll pick as my option. So yeah, funny enough, after everything, I came out like as an average student. Okay, I was on 3 points. Yeah, it wasn't a bad result, right? And then because of that, it seemed like as an encouragement. And what God told me was, Elhana, don't worry, I won't let you fail. But then for you to step up your game, you have to put in your efforts. So yeah, I learned that. And basically, all I'll tell you about social media is don't let it hit you so much. Like, be the different one, right? Rev G said something, I think during with Youth Week. He was like, the youth of this world should be the ones to come to church and learn from us, not that.
Alright, so there's a time that you were saying that we should pick our friends and not have our friends pick us, right? So let's say I want to pick my friend, and my friend now says I'm supposed to pick my friend, not you to pick me. So how would that go about?
You pick each other. Pick each other.
You have to be someone who they want to pick.
So now, pick your friends. Don't let your friends pick you. It has to be do it now. What do you want from your friend? What does your friend want from his own friend? If you guys are picking each other, it works for both of you, right? You're picking each other because I'm picking this my friend now because he's serious with his book. My friend is picking me because I have a retentive memory. It will align. If he's reading, I'm reading. I'm trying to remember his understanding. Do you get, like Uju, like I told you, she crams and she pauses. The rest of us, we see, we understand, we interpret. We went out. We came back. So we're just churchgoers. People now that have this relationship, you don't know how lucky you are because some of us didn't find it till after school. When I stopped everything I was doing was after school because that was when I was like, I started thinking, what does the Bible say about it? Before then, you be using the human morality to judge the things you do. I was like, they say you should drink but not get drunk, right? I know my limits. When I'm about to get drunk, I know I'll stop drinking that time. So now this side, somebody wants to pick you as their friend.
Okay, so I have a question. Don't worry. So my question is to Jedida and Selma. Then
the reason did I have what did you call them? Toasters. I think I did. Yeah, I had like a few, especially at the beginning of school, and I don't know. People have said that I'm a scary person or something like that. So most of them will come like, "Oh, I was before, but now." Basically, I didn't get into anything. But at 200, I think at a time it was becoming overwhelming, and literally every Uber you enter, every boat you enter, they'll be like, you're a fine girl, you are this. Before you know, like, and the idea of like your number is on the app, so they already have access to you, and I had just be like joking, and